This is a high definition version of a film I restored a few years ago, but now I can do better quality. And this is the entrance to Burrill Lake, and here is the sand spit, and we're going to see the magnificent sand dunes that have now been unfortunately lost forever under a rehabilitation program by Shoalhaven Shire Council. Real smart move. So fishing is one of the holiday sports that a lot of people like to do and have that nice fish meal. And here is some of the fish our family caught. Now there's my father casting a line forever on YouTube in a favourite image we will always have of him. This is from the northern end of Burrill Lake Beach looking towards Dolphin Point, where our family weekender of over 50 years was located. Now this area in the foreground was the original entrance, but because it was sand either side, it kept closing up and needed a solid base to a wall to run along. So they actually moved the entrance to the southern end of the beach. They actually even tried to blast a channel through the rock bed down there, but it proved pretty impossible. This was all apparently during World War II. So they moved the channel next to the rock bed. Here's another look at that area next to the sand dunes, which used to be the entrance to the lake. As you can see, it was pretty well chock-a-block full of sand all the time. Soldier crabs used to be in abundance. See how they bury themselves in the sand? And it was always fun to sort of chase after them because literally if there weren't hundreds, there were thousands. You can't find them anymore. Gone. So here it is in 1956 when we first holidayed at Burrill Lake in the cottages by the bridge. And there I am, the little guy with the blonde hair and looking really happy on it. There I am again later with a boat, but there's the old wooden bridge there at the back. And you could sure remember even now how that bridge sounded when trucks and vehicles went over it. And this is why it's going to be replaced. According to the Roads Maritime Services, these photographs by my father are the only ones of the wooden bridge and the concrete bridge being constructed. This concrete one, which went up and opened in '57, is now being replaced in 2015 with a bridge 290 metres long, removing this bridge and the causeway, which of course will also remove the channel, which will silt up. See, the short bridge and that causeway made a small area for the channel to give a faster flow of the water so nothing silts up. Here I am as a kid looking at my favourite view of Burrill Lake, the cottages, the bridge, the picture theatre in the background. Loved that as a child. And here we were, and we would stay in the cottage that either they had the holiday or cottage on it. Well, there I am at the back of the boat, and that's my brother with the hat on at the front, and that's my sister on shore. And here's fish that my brother caught along with Dad. That's a lot of blackfish and a lot of merles, but I never got into fish because I didn't like looking for bones. There's that magnificent sand dune in the background, and here we are on a full lake playing around and going swimming and snorkeling and nippers and yah. That's my mother's mother in the back there with me next to her, and we would use the boat to go over to the sand flats and get oysters. Grandma liked that, or we would just get those fish, and here's another load. Yes, we proudly posed with those fish, which my brother and father caught, and here I am holding a fish, and I look really enthusiastic about this, which is probably why I was put off fish, particularly the fishy smell. Boy, well, I was a little cute kid, but well, people change. Yeah, so it's good to have this record of these holiday times, and with Dad taking photographs and slides. Here's one from Canberra Crescent looking across the lake, and here's that wonderful magnificent sand spit and sand dune, greatly ruined by Shoalhaven Shire Council and their rehabilitation. Boy, was that smart. All gone now, covered under bush. So here we are looking along Burrill Lake Beach. By gosh, it's a wonderful beach. Some aerial shots from a helicopter ride, looking down on the entry and the sand spit that got lost under all that bush, and looking at Dolphin Point, where we had our weekender for 50 years from 1961. But that's another story and another video. And here's a little adventure in the late 60s of digging open the lake when it was blocked. I could see you could dig a 6-foot channel and let the water out of the lake, and next moment 200 tons of sand had gone. Well, a final panorama of the entry to Burrill Lake. And of course, a quick shot of the Burrill Lake Theatre. How about that? Oh. And sunset at Pigeon House Mountain. Thank you for watching.